Oh, it's a bright one today, guys. You can hardly see the red lighting behind me, but welcome back to the Nottingham Forest career mode, episode number 2 of season number 2, as we move straight into our first game of the season. But before that, we're going to discover who else we play, if of course transfers don't go smoothly, which we're hoping they kind of do, but kind of don't, because smoothly is a weird word to choose, really. I do want them to go well, but I'm going to see if we get offers in and offers out, which I do want to get offers out and bring some players in, as that's complicated. We have Hull City first at the KCOM, the game we finished last season with. QPR, who I've just seen have scored 2 goals in their opening game, and I'm guessing 1 because there was no other scorers. Scunthorpe, who we've got to win at Glumford Park. We've got to win that, with Cardiff after that, away in Wales, and then at home to Middlesbrough. Not the easiest of starts, with a lot of travelling in between. But we've got a team together to hopefully do that. We've got a large squad. If you haven't seen the last episode, we made loads of signings. Go watch that before this one, which we hope to keep on doing, making signings. But today, we're going to go straight into the first game. So you've got to make sure you've watched that, because I'm going to be revealing the squad that we have bought into. And this is the 11 that I've picked to go with. We've got Samba in goal, straight into it. Drager, Worrell, McKenna and Levy Colwill will start as the left back. Rather controversially, with him being low rated, but we're going to go with it, as Joe Lolly's on the wing, Ryan Yates and Tom Cleverley, which is retiring at the end of the season. Did not know that. We will say goodbye to Tom, as Jed Wallace comes in to replace Philippe Zinkenagel, who I know you guys are screaming to sign back, but he is very expensive and I don't think I can afford him without selling players on, as he's going to be supporting Carvalho in the middle. He's going to get his chance to shine this season after rumours of him leaving last, and Jonas Wind is still here up front. I'm surprised no bids have come in for him, as we've got Taylor, who's actually stepped it up in pre-season, on the bench, alongside Brennan Johnson, Rogic and Brian Ojeda, who I'm going to put there. Experience in the Premier League, him, so I might as well give him a chance, as the reserves are very strong as well. We've got Lacardia, Cafu, Adam Forshaw. These two are going to be battling it out this year with Harry Arter, Ulgalde, who we're going to try and get a loan deal for, Da Costa, Drew Yearwood, Zande Silva, and even Josh Parkin, who I have loan listed, who we brought through the academy in the last episode. But I'm going to stop talking for now. We're going to go into this first game against Hull and hopefully pick up 3 points to start the season off. We bottled it against Coventry last year. Not the same this year. And let's have a look at Hull City's team. The KCOM's full this season. Maybe they've got high hopes, as Matt Ingram's in goal, Louis Coyle, Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones and Callum Elder, with Andy Cannon in midfield, Greg Doherty the other one, Williams, Keane Lewis Potter and Ray supporting Josh McGuinness. Still got the old striker, despite the youth behind him in Keane Lewis Potter. It's going to be a challenge. We're in the Starburst kit, hoping that we can get this season off with 3 points. And for this new season, I've gone ahead and turned the commentary well down. It's not fully off, but it's a lot further down than it was before, as Joe Lolly onto Jonas Wind, straight over the top into Jed Wallace, and Wallace is going to try and turn on the ball. His first touch in a Forest kit right there, and it was an okay one, as now Jed Wallace again in the middle. It's Drager around the corner into Tom Cleverley. He's got a pass on to Wind, who might have stayed onside, as a shot was offside. Close one. Jed Wallace with the ball right there into Mohamed Drager, who can't get one round the corner right there, but wins the throw-in. Going to throw it straight in front of him into João Carvalho, and now onto Tom Cleverley, as we're going to attack again. Hull City disappointing, I've got to say, in front of the home crowd, as Joe Lolly tries to step one back right there. Fails just to do so, and a ball straight over the top to Josh McGuinness. Got to get right side, and I mean, it's a more promising game than we had against them last season at the end. We were very disappointing in that one, but still, no goals, almost half an hour in. João Carvalho turning, gets the run on from the wing. It's Jed Wallace, who's going to go for a shot across net. Ingram saves. Chance straight away as Tom Cleverley keeps it alive. It's into Joe Lolly, chipped across. Diving in, no one getting on the end of that one though, so we've had the flurry of the chances. Still no goals yet in this game though for us, especially as now Doherty onto Keane Lewis Potter and Josh McGuinness straight over the top. Right, they're going to attack us right here. It's Ree, never heard of him before. Tackle by Drager though, and we continue to pile the pressure on the opening day as João Carvalho gets the run right here of Joe Lolly, who's got to do better with his delivery. His 2 touches there, whips it into Josh Wind, and another save! His name's Jonas Wind, not Josh. God damn it, forgetting his Danish roots already, as we've got to make sure they don't do anything before half-time right here. Hull City, when they had it, They've knocked it around okay, but I've got to say we are dominant in possession when we do have it, as Keane Lewis Potter knocked off a little bit there. Tackle in. Josh McGuinness keeps hold of the ball though. Out wide to Ree, as Ree's going to look for a ball in. It's drilled across the ground. Doherty with a touch, but we've nicked it away again. Tom Cleverley from João Carvalho on to Wind. Now we're going to run down this side, as Jed Wallace just isn't as fast as Zinkernagel. That's something we've got to consider going into this season, as it's a good tackle right there. Worrell onto Tom Cleverley straight away. We're going to attack again before half-time. Hopefully this is the chance. Jed Wallace slipping in. João Carvalho is in front of the defence. João Carvalho, 2 touches, whips it across. Corner ball at the end of the half. It's been a nervy one, I've got to say. I'm surprised we haven't got a goal still, though, as Joe Worrell with the header saved. Whip that in McKenna. It's going to go to Wind, and it's in the back of the net. We have the opening goal. Jonas Wind delivers. The striker is off the mark in the first game of the season. It's just been pinballed around before half-time, but we do lead away at the K-Com. Joe Worrell with a good header. McKenna with a scruffy one and a turn on the header. Ingram should have done better, but we do not care. We lead in our opening game of the championship. I was choked while speaking there, as it is straight away half-time. Very good half from us. I'd have turned music off at half-time. That's a really good thing I didn't know we could do, as we're going to go straight into the second, hoping to keep it up. And Tom Cleverley with the switch across the field there. Ooh, that was a late tackle from one of their players, as Colwell whips a good ball forward straight away. Not had much to do as the left back, and I'm glad of that, because in his first game you can always have a nervy one if you're a youth player. Goes good or bad, as Joe Lolly has stayed down there and he's clutching his shoulder. We might have an injury on the opening day to one of our most experienced veterans, as McGuinness now. They're still going to keep on going at us. Ree, but a tackle in there, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. It's an alright time to make subs anyway, as Yates blocks a header from Ree right there. Hull still doing all they can to try and get something in this game. So that's a terrible pass out. Greg Doherty to pick up on it, and Keane Lewis Potter through to McGuinness, who puts it in the back of the goal. Hull City have levelled it up in this second half. It's the captain, the top scorer, the Northern Irishman, who makes it all square. That is quite disappointing. They've been the better team in this second half, I've got to say. They've kept the ball a lot, and you can see they've took it. They've took the chance that they've got, should I say. The number 27, the lucky number for me, proves unlucky in this game. Bryce Samba doesn't save. Game on. The cake on my, wouldn't say it's buzzing, but they're definitely up for this one straight away, as Joe Lolly steps inside. Can we get players forward straight away? Good passing to Tom Cleverley, straight onto Jonas Wind. And have we got a spot on this right-hand side? We do. Jed Wallace, can he whip it into the back post? Is that handball? No. And Randall Williams with the ball through to Keane Lewis Potter right here, as soon as João Carvalho went off. I'm not saying he created everything, but we have been shocking, as McGuinness straight past Joe Worrell right here. Chance for Hull, but Worrell comes back to make that tackle and has to pass it out of play. It's actually been worrying now. With the squad we've got, we should be doing a lot better than this, as he throws it straight round Jed Wallace into Keane Lewis Potter. Forward to McGuinness again. Joe Worrell is right side to get the tackle in. But I would really love a victory on the opening day right here, as Jed Wallace trying to run through bodies. He's got through a couple. Has to try and pass it again. He's tricked up by Doherty, but he's still going to go on. It's a pass inside to Keane Lewis Potter into McGuinness, as we've slid in there, but a tackle at the second time of asking. Only 15 minutes left. Joe Lolly right here running through. He's got Jonas in front of him. Picks up on it. Got a man at the side of him right now. Jed Wallace. Can he get it back inside? He can rather easily, and we've got to go backwards. Hull defending with all their might, as it's now to Levi Colwell. Inside to Joe Lolly, who lets go of the ball too eagerly. And now Hull can come at us again. It's Cannon through to McGuinness. It's over the top. It's beating Colwell, this one, onto Malik Wilkes. Easy tackle though from Colwell, but still gets caught on the ball. It's Keane Lewis Potter. It's Malik Wilkes. It's Colwell against him. Good tackle. 4 minutes left on the clock. The subs have been made. Wind coming off for Taylor and Cleverly coming off for Brian Ojeda, but they're not going to be made yet, as we're still going to try and attack right here. Rodgick, of course, fresh legs, as we're going to whip that over the top. It might have to be the last chance here, though. Can we try and force a corner, get our new players on? We can. Louis Coyle taps it out, and we've took Wind off, who is our height, though. So that's concerning. We've still got McKenna. Get everyone to crowd the keeper and whip it in close to him. Can we get the header? McKenna does. It's towards the keeper. Saved by Ingram, though. Easy catch as it's thrown out. Thrown past us as well, as Doherty Gets the whistle blown whilst he's on the ball. It's a 1-1 draw on the opening day with Hull City. Considering where they were in the league last time out, I'd expect a lot better than that, but we've avoided defeat on the opening day. It's a positive. Oh well, at least it's put us in 9th position at the start of this season. Still not the best though, as Lyle Taylor disappointed he was left out. Keep working on your game mate, should I say. Elgato, glad we agree on a loan. Parkin, what's he saying? Thanks for giving me a chance in the starting lineup. You were not in the starting lineup, but I'm going to say I was impressed anyway, just to keep his morale up. As Olivia Colwell, you'll do better for me, I feel like. Just got to grow into it, as Carvalho's out for 5 days. Not too bad. And do we make any signings before this next game? I mean, we're in 12th after the opener. I don't really think I'm any rush to, because none of the players that I've been scouting have come in and really screamed out at me, but I've got a lot on the scout list, trust. I don't think anything's going to go ahead before the QPR game. I think maybe before the Scunthorpe, if we can fit it in, a signing will be perfect, because then we can play them in the reserve game, hopefully get their fitness and confidence up. As Brennan Johnson, he's feeling good. He wants to come in for João Carvalho, who's saying he's feeling good as well. I've got to make a decision, mate, and with him just getting injured, I think he's going to be out. Got to change some things up after a disappointing draw. So Samba in the goal. His rating is getting way too good for the Championship. I'm getting worried with Drager, Worrell, McKenna and Levy at left back. With Lolly, Yates, Ojeda is going to come in for Cleverley. We need to think of the future a little bit now. Ojeda is 22. Cleverley's retiring as Jed Wallace is on the right. Brennan Johnson, another future player, 21. For Carvalho, who picked up an injury but is okay now, and Jonas Wind up front. As Carvalho goes to the bench, Cleverley as well, and Jurgen Locadia, because even though Lyle Taylor's having a go at me, I don't know how he thinks that's going to work. I'm not going to put him on the bench now, as we play 4th place QPR. And let's have a look at the starting 11 for QPR. Our first home game this, Senin Dieng in goal, Moses Odubajo, Rob Dickey, Jordan Device and Johan Barbe. Think that's 5 at the back, Nico Hammerleinen as a wing back. It is, with Dozzle in the midfield, Stefan Johansson and Thomas supporting Charlie Austin and Lyndon Dykes as a good partnership. It's going to be hard. And Jed Wallace with the ball right here, running forward with it, as he's going to switch it across to Lolly right here, as Lolly gives it back to Ryan Yates. Yates to just dribble forward with it a bit as well, into Joe Lolly, into Jonas Wind, into Brennan Johnson, as Johnson going to try and put one over the top right here, into Levi Colwell. You Wind with a turn and he's hit the post. I was really focused getting that shot off, and I'm surprised that hit the woodwork, as we've got to try and make a tackle again now. Johansson into Charlie Austin, Lyndon Dykes. At least it's a bright start, brighter than a few. However, Lyndon Dykes trying to run through the middle right here, and he's actually got it. Dykes! 1-0 QPR at the City Ground. What a strike from Lyndon Dykes, the Aussie/Scotsman. I don't know which his true form is, but it's a great chip over the top. 1-on-1, and I thought that shouldn't work in this FIFA. Chip through balls. Apparently it does. 1-0 Rangers. I was saying it was a promising start. Wind strikes the post. They strike the back of the net with a fierce volley. So now we're behind at home in the first game at the City Ground of the season. Not a good feeling at all, depending on how last season finished as well. We've got to do a lot better this year. I was thinking automatics, like the board said, but we might be below them. A lot below QPR in the table if this comes through. Lyndon Dykes with the ball right here onto Charlie Austin. They're going to try and make it 2. Samba with the save. Thomas heads it home. It's 2-0 to QPR in this game already. The number 14 has scored. The celebrations go on towards the home fans, I think, in that corner, which is not a good sign. And this game is not a good sign at all. That's come out of the blue, that one. First one didn't. Good save and then a header back in. I don't know what to say about this. QPR, of course, falling short of the playoffs last season. They've either got a new manager bounce or they've just found their secret formula. We've been terrible at the start of this one. We hit the post, but that's about it. As Joe Lolly with a back heel into Levi Colwell. Colwell to try and run through the middle. He's just shrugged straight off of it though, and Dozzle to pass it into Johansson. Johansson into Charlie Austin, and Yates with the ball right there, through the middle, onto Brennan Johnson, now onto Jonas Wind, who's going to find one out wide right here. Jed Wallace, can he whip one in? It's a good one, just away from Wind. And Ryan Yates right here, with a ball into Brennan Johnson. Johnson into Jonas Wind, as Jonas Wind's going to give it down the line right here. we have a chance. Jed Wallace, Jonas Wind with the back heel. Jada can't strike it off, but Lyndon Dykes does have the ball as that's half time. 2-0 down. You can hear the boos from the Forest fans, and rightly so. This has not worked out at the start of this season how I would like it. No changes to the team, just hopefully the performance. And Brennan Johnson with the ball right here in this second half. Come on, let's step it up. Jed Wallace, can he whip a ball in? He should be able to. Into Wind, it was a good ball. Jordi Device with an excellent clearance though. Very acrobatic. As now Lyndon Dykes to the side of him as well. Into Charlie Austin. We've got to get in their faces a bit more in the second half, but we've done it a bit too eagerly there. McKenna, get right side. There we go. It's back into Thomas though, trying to get a tackle in. Still can't. Good one right there though. And Ryan Yates to pass it forward. Almost burped again on camera as Brennan Johnson with a ball through to Jed Wallace right there as well. Come on. A second chance to cross. Can he do it better this time with no block? It's into Wind. Diving header. Joe Lloyd to keep it alive into Azada. What a save. Sedi Dieng with a really good one right there as it's another corner ball though. And we've got to whip a good one in. Come on. Into the box, Jed Wallace. We've got a man underneath it. Don't go to him. However, we have still kept the ball. Sam Field coming onto the field for QPR as Johnson to whip one out. Jed Wallace. That's a better one. Wind scores. It's 2-1. Never missing that head of the big man. Back in the game. Great leap. Look at this. Jed Wallace is off the mark in terms of goal contributions. Brilliant whipped in ball. And Jonas Wind. Oh, so direct into the bottom corner. He will head anything you throw at him. And Jed Wallace now into Brennan Johnson. Come on, you can hear the crowd are lifted a little bit from that goal, but we still need lifting a bit more. Tom Cleverley, should I say. He's not had a good start to the season since coming back from his injury. You can tell he's going to retire soon. Not really giving it his all, as that's a good cut back in the middle now. Onto Brennan. Jonas Wind pointing to where he wants it. He's just overcut from the youngster. João Carvalho's made his way onto the field as well right here. Tom Cleverley to the side. Here is João. What can he do right here? Can we get out of his way, please? There we go. He's ran through. Jed Wallace into Briaran Ojeda. Now across. It is Carvalho. Gives it to Drager. Good whipped in ball to the back post. We are dominating QPR, but still behind. But still no extra goal as Hull City. They are having the bounce this season. A 3-1 win makes that draw sound less disappointing, as hopefully this isn't disappointing. It's Levi Cole with another ball into Wind. Defender gets there. How? I will never know, as Chris Willock onto Lyndon Dykes right here. They're going to attack. Oh, that's a dive. That is a clear dive. As we're under pressure in the final stages. We need a leveller. We deserve a leveller, as Colwell with a tackle. He lost it himself, but still we have the ball. And that's a great pass on to João Carvalho down this left-hand side. The cam coming inside. Can he get a shot right here on the left foot? Sedi Dieng. How is he saving that? As another sub, Jed Wallace is going to depart the field. Even Bryce Samber's up for this. Is it going to hit him? No, it isn't. It's going to go into Jonas Wind. Falls to Cleverley. Out wide. He's not offside. There's a man on the front post. Tom Rogic into Worrell, who doesn't jump high enough, as there's 1 minute. Well, 2 minutes added on. 1 minute's already gone. As Dozzell turns back. Gives it back to his goalkeeper. We've got to run at Sedi Dieng. Don't let him get that pass off. Ooh, it was dodgy. But not dodgy enough, because we've lost our first home game of the season to Queen's Park Rangers. It's a 2-1 defeat. Very disappointing. The fans aren't booing us though, because I think they knew how much we gave it in that second half. Wind with a consolation, which we thought was going to be pushing on, but not in the end. A defeat. 1 point from 6. Not how I imagined the start of this season. And it is back to the drawing board with a game we cannot afford to lose this next one. It's Scunthorpe United. I'm going to be simulating it. I trust they are, no offence to them, the worst team in the division. In League 2, should I say. You know who I support, so you know why I'm saying that. But we're going to try and get a signing in before that. I've got a few scout reports that have come back. And you can see I've added 2 of our boys right here to the list. But I'm going to go in for a right back. And you might be thinking, why are you offering for a right back? I don't know really myself, but I'm going to try and get Callum Britton from Barnsley. I do rate his stats. I feel like at the moment it's just squad players we need. We've got a large squad as it is. I just think we can spend the money because we've got it. You can see I put Sam McCallum on this list, come from the Jamie Vardy Academy, but 5 million on a player who Levi Colwell could potentially replace, I don't think is worth it. So we're going to approach Callum Britton and hopefully make him part of this squad. Offer a fee of just below what he's worth. Barnsley were not relegated, I don't think. Oh, no, there was. And they've come back with 40 million plus 15%. I'm not speaking to him. Point in trying to change his mind as... Let's get into this simulated game then. Scunthorpe. Just got to try and win with the team we've got. However, as I'm giving Brennan Johnson a talk in here, Samba's got an offer from Arsenal for almost 10 million. That is big. I'm going to go negotiate this because I want to get more out of the Gunners. I know they pay lots for their championship goalkeepers. Ramsdale, as we're going to go and try and approach for 13 million. Will they accept that? Maybe that's too much. 9.6 is what they're not going to try and budge on. 11 million for our goalkeeper will be massive. I'm not going to stop him going to Arsenal. 9.9. That's enough. Right, I've decided it. He's one of his best players, but you can't keep him here forever. Bryce Samba is off to Arsenal. It's a big, big sale for a player. But if you come with me to here, because we are going to use that rotational squad anyway for this next game, Dale Horvath. Not a bad goalkeeper. I don't think it's called Dale Horvath. I think that's a name I've just invented up. But he's a very decent player. 74 rated, and for a backup I was always thinking he's not going to last. He's going to have to go and get first team football with that rating, but maybe not, as we're going to rotate this team just a little bit more with signings we've made, and it should be beating Scunthorpe with whatever we put out, but we're going to go for this as our backup 11. Yeah, I might trust this one. Horvath, Jenkinson, Eberso, Worrell and Williams at the back, with Joe Lolly, Harry Arter, who's retiring as well, Cafu and Brennan Johnson on the right, with João Carvalho in the middle, now 75 rated, and Jurgen Locadia up front. So, it's a couple of debuts in the squad for, of course, Locadia. Eberso's debut under us, Williams' kind of debut, and Harry Arter's debut under us, as we should be winning in the Carabao Cup against Scunthorpe. If we don't, there's serious problems at the club, as it's a 3-2 win. We made it hard. We definitely made it hard. Ben Williams and Joe Lolly making it 2-0. Bastine and Loft levelled it up. But Jurgen Locadia getting the winner. That's for the Mariners. And that defeat actually took us down to 19th before Scunthorpe. Not the best, as we've got an offer right here for Nuno da Costa. This is from Braga. To be fair, I always pictured him around the Sporting Lisbon Pro Leagues Belgium. The Primera division, I think it is. I might be wrong there, but I always pictured him in Portugal. I don't know why. He's got that name, Da Costa. We'll accept it. I did say we had a rather large squad and we were signing players for the sake of it, so let's get rid of some of them right here as Bryce Samba has departed. 9.9 million he went for, 7 million into the budget as Mohamed Drager. An offer from Brentford, who I am going to reject. If they stayed in the Prem, then fair enough, he could make the step up, but are Brentford a step up? They're in our league now. I don't think they are. So I do want to try and get a couple of games done today, so we are going to simulate Cardiff as well, then play the game afterwards as a loan to buys come in for Joshua Parkin. Delegate this. Normal 1 year loan. Of course we're not letting his youth player leave. These are in 22nd, so these are actually below us this year, as of course we've got the new keeper in town, Horvath. As he's not new, he's been here ages, but you get what I mean. As we're going to take Brennan Johnson out for a rest. Jada as well. Joe Lolly's always lower on fitness, but we're going to keep him in, as it's Horvath, Drager, Worrell, McKenna, Colwell, Lolly, Yates, Cleverley, Wallace, Carvalho and Wind. To me, seeing that we're in 19th position, I'd say that's a Premier League squad, which is not good at all. I hate to say that because we're not performing like it. If we were not performing like it, I'd expect us to have a worse squad, as it's a 2-2 draw against a struggling Cardiff. We're struggling ourselves. João Carvalho with the first goal. Moore actually missed a penalty as well, but Kiefer Moore got a goal then. Then Marlott Pack put them in front, but Jed Wallace is getting involved with goal contributions at the start of this season to keep us in the contest. Another rather disappointing result, and definitely disappointing. We're in the relegation zone. Derby County, at least the rivals are bottom, but still, that is very, very shocking from us. Compared to where we want to be, we need to be higher in this division. We cannot stay in this relegation zone. That means we've got to beat this team we played next, Middlesbrough. As Josh Parkin, we're going to agree on the loan. George Shelby will agree on that as well. Don't care where he goes. He's not got a future at Nottingham Forest. As we need to get this team right. They're in 17th. We've got players tired now as well. That's perfect, isn't it? Brennan Johnson can come back in there. Carvalho on the bench if we need him. And we're going to go with this team again, so just the one change. Rogic for Carvalho. This is getting to squeaky bum time already, and we're only 4 games into the season. Gotta beat Borough. And it's back at home, and back at a stadium we desperately need to win in front of our fans. So I said it would have hard start to the season, it's proven it. Luke Daniels in goal, Matt Crooks, Jed Spencer was on loan at us. Never used him at the start of last season. Marcus Brown, Dale Fright and Johnny Howson as the captain. Sammy Amiobi's back at the City Ground with Hall, Pereiro and Coulson supporting Duncan Watmore, who's been put isolated up front. Now that's a weak team to me. We've got to beat them. We have to get a result as straight away Ryan Yates boosting it out of play. We've got to be a bit calmer, more composed than that, mate, if we're going to try and get something. Captain Yates. I think, yeah, I've kept Yates as the captain this season, I think. Actually, no. It's McKenna who's got... No, I can't figure out. No. And Duncan Watmore with the ball over the top straight away in this game. We can't have a start like QPR was as Horvath straight into his work right here. I can remember he had a game against Stoke this time, start of last season, and he had a bit of a wobbler, didn't he? As we've had a wobbler straight away here. It's a penalty to Middlesbrough. 8 minutes in, and that is just a perfect start. Look at this, it's Scott McKenna, I think. Can't even see from the angle. Couldn't even see the ball in that one. Duncan Watmore against Horvath. It would be great if he saved a penalty on his debut. He doesn't. He doesn't. It's not even his debut. What am I talking about? I have no idea. I've lost the plot. Board are probably going to sack me. This start has been nothing short of a disgrace to the season. I wanted to go on for automatics. The team's just not gelling as a team and not wanting to. Already a goal down to Boroughs. Now Tom Cleverley gives it out wide. It's Jed Wallace straight away. Now we know he can get involved with goals, so let's try and bloody involve him. It's Coulson with a pass across into, I think that's Grant Hall sitting in CDM, which if we can't beat Grant Hall in CDM, I don't know who we can. Back on the ball right here again into the middle. Howson. Johnny Howson, the captain, around the corner. It's into Watmore again. We're lucky he didn't score. Get this away, please. Good clearance in the end. I thought it was going to go 2-0 like QPR did, but very lucky it didn't, as Jonas Wynn now onto Jed Wallace. He's going to try and get running. It's so hard to come back in games, but we're going to try right here. Handball. Surely handball. But no, nothing given as Coulson tackled, bounces back off Jed Wallace straight to them. As we've got a cross though with Krager. I think, what's his, yeah, it's Krager, isn't it? Is it? Have I just got his name completely wrong? I can't remember it. It is, it's Drager, that's why. As Jed Wallace hits it at the head of Coulson again. Jed Wallace having no luck doing his defensive duties, as Middlesbrough have done theirs fine so far. Not a shot from us. Not how we wanted it, as a cutback right there. Put away from Joe Worrell straight onto Tom Cleverley again, and onto Tom Rogic, who's going to go straight over the top. Wind, you can beat that defender, Brown. Come on. Oh, Jonas Wind. What an embarrassment. He's a Premier League quality striker, Jonas. 2 goals from 2 so far, but does terrible right there. As now Watmore gets a pass off to Sammy Amiobi down the wing. He's straight round everyone right there, and he's going to keep on going with it. Back into Grant Hall. Grant Hall with the footwork. Duncan Watmore. Great save, Horvath. Brilliant save from the keeper. He's looking very comfortable to say he hasn't played many games. It's only a penalty that's beaten him so far. As now Colwell with the ball down the line. Gives it into Joe Lolly. And I like the run from Wind round the corner. It's going to go into Wind. He's not hit it right. And Dale Fry had to be there to stop Jed Wallace. Great block. As they're going to try and crowd the keeper again. Can it be a corner goal? Running in at it. Hall gets it away. He is a very physical playmaker, is Hall, as it's cleared all the way down the field. Drager with a header immediately back in. Can we get one before half-time? We've done it before. As Rogic into Jed Wallace. Good touch. Whips it round everybody. No one there. Header, one from Cleverley, though. Joe Lolly can't pick up on it. Can we win it again? No, the half-time whistle's gone. And we're 1-0 down again. And the common denominator is we just cannot attack. And I am going to make a change in this one. I've got to say, Joe Lolly, I expect much better things. Brennan Johnson's going to replace him. And we're going to look for, hopefully, a winning game in this second half. Because I don't think we can afford another draw in the zone that we are in. As now Brennan Johnson straight away on the ball. He's on the left-hand side. Gives it to Jed Wallace on the right. He's going to whip one in. It's a deep one. Looking for Cleverley. Just none of our players are tall enough. Coulson with a dodgy touch right there. Straight into Joe Worrell. who gives us the ball back. We've had all of the possession in this second half, literally, as we're going to keep on going down this wing. It's going to be Drager now, who does a fake cutback, passes it back into Tom Cleverley. We need to get more forward than this. Get behind these three sitting in the midfield. You're miles offside as well, Wallace. What does it take to get a good start to the season? It's going to happen again, isn't it? We're going to have a terrible start, and we're going to have to rely on a really good middle like we had last season, going like 4 months unbeaten. But do I trust that to happen this year round? Not really, as Rodgick now on it again. He's drilling his way through the middle. Wind needs to make a better supporting run than that. He's down the middle though. Jonas Wind does get the ball right here, out wide to Brennan Johnson. Johnson to try and just drill inside. Crooks has to tackle him, and a corner ball. Locadia did score in the last game he played, so I'll put him on, even though it is a corner and we're out without Wind. Locadia makes the run towards the ball. 72 minutes on the clock. Can we pick up on that? Yes, Rodgick. Straight into Brennan Johnson, switch that across. That's not a switch across, as McKenna drills it out, and that's embarrassing. That's just the team not performing to how it should be, as Jed Wallace with a pass into Jurgen. Locadia right here is going to try and just run it forward, I guess. He's been brought in as a backup. He's doing alright at the moment, but can he make that run into the middle? Jed Wallace over to Locadia, it's behind him. Why doesn't he go for an acrobatic? You've got to try everything to throw your body at the ball right here. As Jed Wallace drilling inside, kept the ball. Locadia it falls to. Still got the ball. Out to Jed Wallace right here. Chip one over. No hand hit. As Coulson running down the line right here with it. And he's going to try and cut inside. Is he? No. Terrible challenge from Joe Worrell. And I'm going to take Jed Wallace off right here. He's had a good start, but a bad start as well, because he's been involved a lot, but of course not got us results, and that's what Zinkernagel was doing really single-handedly last season, as Tom Cleverley can't charge away. It's straight to Lewis Wing, who's back at the club, who's going to keep the ball in the middle. We need to try and get this leveler late on, but it's them attacking. It's Sammy Amiobi, tackled by Colwell. McKenna not getting the ball out right there convincingly. It falls to Horvath. And we've got to pass this forward very quick. As Jada through the middle. Rodgick runs straight into his man, and that's full time. Now you can hear the boos, because we did not have any effort in us at all in that game. Beaten by Middlesbrough. Still in the relegation zone. A horrific start to this calendar year. And what am I even on about? It's not even the calendar year. Sitting in the relegation zone. After 4 games completed without a win. It's concerning times. I said it's a hard start, but I did not expect this, did I? As QPR lead the way. At least we've been beaten by the best team in the league. But then we've just been beaten by Middlesbrough, I wouldn't consider, even though they're in 10th. Neil Warnock's done us in. Don't know what more to say. I think a signing's got to be made, hasn't it? As we'll check the calendar for who we've got next time out. Millwall, Brighton and in the Cup, and then Brighton again in the league and deadline day. So 3 games and a huge 10-hour day where we've got to make signings. Because the month after that, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham just promoted. Swansea struggling. Bournemouth did better than us last season, and Stoke. So 2 tests right there and a test a month after that. We've got to pick up results between deadline day and that month that I started, but I'd like to pick up results all the time. I think I'm just going to put it down to a very rocky beginning, but we've got to be better than we have been today. It's been a shocker, but it's going to improve. Trust the process. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell as well, so you do not miss one in the future. That's been it from me. Suggest some players down below for January, because I don't think I'd see them before the next episode. But you guys can just contribute as you wish. Take care in a bit, and I'll see you all later in the next one. Peace.